I don't have time. I'm too tired. That's the anthem of the broke. Look, I get it. You wake up before the sun, work 8 or more hours, come home to screaming kids, bills, dishes, noise, and stress. The last thing on your mind is cracking open a book on investing or learning how to build a business. But let me tell you something that might sting a little. Staying broke is harder. Yeah, building something on the side while juggling a job and a family is hard. But do you know what's harder? Being 65 and still needing permission to take a vacation. Retiring with just enough to survive. Watching your kids struggle because you didn't have the bandwidth to create something better. You say you're tired now? Imagine how tired you'll feel then, when you have time, but no energy. When you've got fewer options, lower risk tolerance, and no runway left to take off. Right now, this moment is as good as it gets. Because you're still capable. You still have energy, even if it doesn't feel like it. You still have the fire, even if it's buried under exhaustion and routine. You don't need unlimited hours. You need focused ones. You don't need to give up your life. You need to reclaim slices of it. What if you committed to just 60 minutes a day? Wake up 1 hour earlier or sleep 1 hour later. That's 365 hours a year. That's a college semester. That's the foundation of a new skill, a side hustle, a better future. And before you say, I need sleep, no, you need purpose. Because purpose gives energy. When you're doing something that matters, it pulls you forward. Here's a truth bomb. Most men waste more time scrolling than studying, watching highlight reels instead of building their own. You're tired not just from work, but from numbing yourself with cheap entertainment and calling it recovery. If you really tracked your time, you'd realize you're not out of time. You're leaking it. Let me paint a picture. Right now, you might be working 2 jobs just to stay afloat. You've got a wife, maybe kids. You think you're doing the right thing, working hard, keeping the lights on. And you are. But you're also burning every hour just to maintain, not to grow. You're running on a treadmill, and treadmills don't go anywhere. Now imagine channeling 1 hour a day into learning a skill like copywriting, coding, video editing, marketing, sales, something the marketplace values. In 6 months, you could be earning an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. In 2 years, maybe more than your job. You don't need to be a genius. You just need to be consistent. The people who win are not the smartest. They're not the strongest. They're the ones who showed up when they didn't feel like it. Do it when you're tired. Do it when you're stressed. Do it when you don't feel like it. Because doing it now means freedom later. Let me give you some perspective. The average man works 40+ years. If you spend the next 3 building a real asset, a skill, a business, an income stream, that's a small sacrifice for a lifetime of options. And let me be real with you. Your job is not as secure as you think. Companies lay off people who've given 20 years. One market crash, one company restructure, and you're gone. Loyalty doesn't pay. Leverage does. And you don't build leverage by clocking in. You build it by creating. Now, maybe you're thinking, but I don't even know where to start. Perfect. That means you're not too proud to learn. Start small. Pick one skill. Go to YouTube. Watch 10 videos. Take notes. Try something. Fail. Try again. That's how you get stronger. Not by reading 100 books, but by taking 100 swings. Take the time you spend watching Netflix or gaming or scrolling TikTok and invest it into your mind. Your future self will thank you or hate you, depending on what you do today. You don't have to launch $1 million business tomorrow. Just build momentum. Just show yourself it's possible. I once knew a man who drove trucks full-time. He listened to audiobooks between loads. He wrote ad copy on his phone during lunch breaks. In 2 years, he left trucking and became a full-time marketer. Now he makes 6 figures from his laptop. Another guy flipped furniture on Facebook Marketplace after work, one sofa at a time. It wasn't glamorous, but 2 years later, he owns a small moving company and teaches others to do the same online. The point is, they didn't wait until they had time. They made time. They fought for it. You're not too busy. You're just too comfortable being stuck. Look, your kids are watching you. What are you showing them? That being tired is a reason to settle? That sacrifice ends when the workday ends? You want your son to grow up with options? Show him what that looks like. You want your daughter to believe she deserves better? Prove it through your actions. Stop saying, I'll do it when I have more time. That's like saying, I'll start swimming once the ocean dries up. Time doesn't show up. You wrestle it out of your schedule like a savage. But here's the brutal truth they don't want you to know. That comfortable misery you're living in, it's not just killing your dreams, it's killing your family's future. While you're sitting there complaining about being tired, your wife is secretly calculating how much longer she can stretch the grocery budget. Your kids are watching their friends get new shoes while they're wearing hand-me-downs that don't fit. You think you're being responsible by staying in that dead-end job? You're being selfish. You're choosing the easy discomfort of staying the same over the hard work of getting better. I met a man last month, call him David, factory worker for 15 years. Same story, tired, no time, bills to pay. His daughter wanted to play soccer, $300 for equipment and fees. He had to tell her no, again. That night, he couldn't sleep. Not because he was tired from work, but because he was tired of being the dad who always said no. That's when something clicked. He realized his exhaustion wasn't from the work. It was from watching his family settle for less while he made excuses. David started waking up at 4 a.m., 1 hour before his usual routine. He used that hour to learn graphic design, not because he loved it, but because he researched what skills paid well online. First month, he made $50. Second month, $200. By month 6, he was making $2,000 extra per month designing logos and social media posts. His daughter is now on 2 soccer teams. His wife quit her second job. And David? He's not tired anymore. He's energized, because he stopped being the victim of his circumstances and became the architect of his future. You see, when you're working towards something bigger than yourself, fatigue becomes fuel. When you have a vision that matters, you don't need motivation, you need results. Your family is counting on you. Not the you that exists right now, but the you that you're capable of becoming. They're betting their future on your potential. Don't let them down, because you chose comfort over courage. Now let's get practical. Here's what you can do starting tonight. Pick a 60-minute learning slot, early morning or late night. Lock it in, no excuses. Pick one skill that earns money online. Freelancing, editing, marketing, coding, sales. Find 3 free online resources and start today. Don't wait, don't plan too long, move. Set a 30-day target, not money, output. 10 videos edited, 10 ads written, 10 gigs applied to. Review and adjust monthly. What's working? What's failing? What's next? If you're really serious, get accountability. Find a community. Tell a friend. Make it public. Pressure makes diamonds. You're not lazy. You're distracted. You're not too tired. You're unmotivated. You're not too late. You're just one decision away. The guy you want to be? He's already up an hour earlier. He's already pushing through the fatigue. He's already stacking wins in silence. You'll either catch up to him or keep watching him pass you. You choose. Now, if this hit you, and you know it did, don't just nod and scroll. Drop a comment, hit subscribe, share this with a man who's stuck making excuses. And then go carve out your hour. Because that hour, that's the one that changes your life.